All right, when I did the review on my Super Duty Tremor, I said that with all the other stuff this has, that I couldn't believe it didn't come with leather seats, just heated cloth. But we're about to change that. All right, let's see what it looks like now. Check that out. Had katzkin design leather seat covers. They came right here to my shop and installed it. They put orange stitching in it to match the tremor badging. I love it. It was what was missing on the Batmobile here. I wanted leather in it. Not only since this is my main work truck and personal truck now, I wanted to not trash the cloth seats, and it had heated front cloth, so it still has heated leather in the front now. They did an awesome job. The guy was here for the majority of a whole day, but I would definitely recommend Katzkin as a company if you want to have your vehicle switched to leather. So there's that upgrade. This is what we're going to work on today. Airlift, air springs. It's just unpacking them here and laying everything out. But those are the ones I got. And then we're going to mount this compressor so I can adjust it up and down. You can either use your phone or you can use the little remote. I'm going to wire it up to one of the upfitters switches just because you're supposed to have it on key on power all the time, but I only need these whenever I'm loaded down or pulling a trailer, so it can not, the compressor will just be off until I need it. I'll flip the upfitter switch on. So I'll get going on mounting this stuff and bring it back. All right, all the airbag mounting is all finished up now. It's really simple job. Good instructions. You take these bump stops or jounce bumpers or whatever the hell they call them. You take them off and you put some thread clips in the holes for the mounting bracket up top. Crawl under here. You can put about 90% of it together, on the bench. And then you just got U-bolt right here that goes around the springs, and then you got two long bolts and a clamp down here. Probably take the grinder and trim those down. You got to relocate. It comes with a bracket on the other side back here by these brake lines. You got to reroute a wire harness, but pretty simple stuff. Now on to mounting and wiring up the compressor. All right. It's on the passenger side outer frame. I'd like to put it on the inside, but I mean, it's not like a diesel or anything. The exhaust shouldn't get that hot, but I don't know. Already got a hole right here. Try to do all this with one hand. So what I'm gonna do is use my thread insert tool and put a thread insert right in there. I gotta drill it out just a little bit more. And then this is a 5/16 thread. I'll put a bolt in there, get it squared up and tightened up, and then I can mark the next hole and drill. I already verified there's no wires in there, no fuel lines, nada. All right, before I tidy all this up, figured I better show you guys if you're wondering where the upfitter switch wiring is on newer Super Duty. This is a 23. It threw me for a loop for a minute because they used to be over on that side, but I found them. Here's the fuses and the relays for the 6 upfitter switches. This thing just it sits down in here on two clips. You just pop it up, and then underneath it, if it's never had anything wired to it, there'll be a bunch of like a 6-inch long piece, all just wadded together with tape. You gotta tape that, take that tape off, and then there's a tag on one of the wires, and it tells you the colors and which relay it is, and the relay is the same as, so relay 1 is number 1 switch. So for the airbags, I've got them connected to number 1 upfitter switch, and then this other, I found the biggest gauge wire out of all the group of wires. This is number 6. This is going to be for my transfer tank pump, my fuel tank for when I'm out in the field. Just hooked up 2 grounds right there. So there you go. If you need to wire something to your upfitter switches, it's right down in here. All right, there is preset number 2. I've got 50 PSI. And then if you want to go back to number 1, I have it 10 PSI. Pretty darn sweet. Same setup that I had in my red 7.3 F350, but just got it on preset number 1. But wait, there's more. I put 2 weather guard side boxes on my 100-gallon transfer tank. So it's wired to an upfitter, but there's a like a winch cable quick connect. And some people probably wonder why I didn't have the side boxes the whole length. Well, I have the front. Oh, it's up there somewhere. I have the weather guard front box, but if I would have put that in, I test fit it all. This bed tapers so much that when the side boxes come all the way back here, they're hanging over, and I hated how it looked. And if I would have put that box across the front, the other weather guard box, what I have coming, or what's going to go across here, wouldn't have fit. I'm going to do a separate video on that, but I thought up an idea for right here that I think is pretty darn cool. I think a lot of you guys are going to like it, but it'd make this video way too long if I did that also. But there's going to be something that takes up this space to the tank. I have my hose for the fuel will be able to duck right here and stay here. And instead of climbing up to turn that fuel on all the time, I've just got it on number 6. So that's pretty cool. I'm barely seeing here, but this whole setup back here isn't meant to stay in here. I mounted all of it with these thread inserts, so you don't have to get under the bed and have somebody hold a wrench. The rest of this time of the year, other than spring and fall, all this is going to come out and my tonneau cover is going to go back on. But I could probably, even counting the thing I'm going to put here, I could probably have the tank, the side boxes, everything out in 15 minutes. These are just clamped, and then just zip the bolts out of those brackets. It'll make this setup will make this truck a very versatile truck, because it's my only truck now. So I'm pretty happy with it. And we'll do another video here on the last upgrade here. Somebody had commented, why don't I set up a trailer, like a service trailer, with the fuel tank in there, air compressor, tools, welder, whatever. That's a really good idea, but here's why it won't work. In the spring, this truck will always have a seed tender behind it every day. And in the fall, it'll always be pulling a head cart behind it from farm to farm. And I know that I'm going to have like 0 bed space left when I put the last piece of the puzzle in. The only bed space I'll have is right there. But like I said, it's only for in the spring and in the fall. And it'll work out just fine. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good weekend.